Project Horizon, 1959. Imagine a world where the moon isn't just a desolate rock floating in space, but a heavily fortified military base, a silent guardian orbiting Earth. This was not the stuff of science fiction. It was the vision of Project Horizon, a classified plan drawn up by the United States Army in 1959. At the height of the Cold War, fear and paranoia ran deep, and space became the next battlefield. But what the public didn't know was that the race to the moon wasn't solely about exploration. It was about domination. Project Horizon aimed to establish a permanent military outpost on the moon, one capable of launching nuclear weapons directly at Earth. The plan was meticulously detailed. 12 astronauts would be stationed there, operating a self-sufficient base. Engineers designed subterranean bunkers, shielded by layers of lunar regolith to protect from cosmic radiation and potential attacks. Supplies would be delivered by rockets, and nuclear power would sustain the base. But the most unsettling part? This lunar fortress would grant the United States uncontested military superiority. Behind closed doors, Pentagon officials justified the mission with a chilling premise. Control of the moon meant control of Earth. With ballistic missiles poised in space, the concept of mutually assured destruction would be thrown into chaos. The psychological advantage alone would tilt the geopolitical landscape. And it wasn't just theory. Military strategists believed that a well-armed lunar base could obliterate strategic targets within minutes. However, the ambition didn't stop at deterrence. Documents revealed discussions about deploying nuclear weapons on the moon itself, conducting tests that would send a catastrophic message to any adversary. The Army even explored the concept of a lunar explosion visible to the naked eye from Earth, a terrifying demonstration of power. But the moral and scientific implications were staggering. Detonating nuclear weapons on the moon could destabilize its orbit or send debris crashing down to Earth. And yet, those concerns were secondary to achieving dominance. The Soviets, of course, had their suspicions. While the United States publicly presented its space program as a peaceful pursuit under NASA's banner, the true motives were far more complex. Intelligence suggested that the Soviet Union was considering a similar lunar military installation. The fear of falling behind in the space arms race pushed Project Horizon further into development. Logistical challenges mounted. Constructing a base on the moon with 1950s technology was a monumental task. Rocket launches, fuel limitations, and the lack of experience in long-term space habitation presented seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Then came the cost. Billions of dollars in taxpayer money would be funneled into a program that could spark global outrage if exposed. Ultimately, Project Horizon was never built. NASA's Apollo program, with its televised moon landings and iconic moments of human achievement, overshadowed the classified military ambitions. The public saw astronauts planting flags and conducting experiments, while the true intentions of early space exploration remained concealed. But the legacy of Project Horizon lingers. The idea of weaponizing space has never truly disappeared. Today, discussions of lunar bases and military installations continue under the guise of exploration and national security. The Artemis program, for example, aims to return humans to the moon, but many speculate that it could serve as a precursor to future militarized outposts. And perhaps most unsettling of all is the question of secrecy. If Project Horizon, a plan to weaponize the moon, could remain hidden for decades, what else lies buried in the classified archives of space agencies? What missions are unfolding above our heads right now, unknown to the public? One thing is certain, the race for space dominance never truly ended. It just went dark.